So how the saying go, when the hate don't work, they start telling lies. Tell your girl go and bust it wide. Bust if you ought to let the ball drop. Hey, if you know about that, man, you're a real one, bro. What's going on, YouTube? How are we doing tonight, bro? Good morning if you on the other side. The other side. Speaking of the other side, it looked like MTR had a good time on the other side, man. But before we get into that, man, I want to show you guys something. Something that's very important to me that happened the other day while MTR was on Zoom to Thailand's live show the other night.
So why the guy more fun than a law loud? Your vacation turned into a staycation. PS5 Thailand, that's the PlayStation. Y'all used to talk that ish. Richie Mac, Zoom to Thailand is the thanks I get. Positive, coming by the thousand. It. Once they come to visit, see it's hard to come up out of it. Yeah.
Yes. Damn. Shout out to Eric Powell with the stream sponsor, the MT. I'm gonna put you guys on the solo. I'm gonna let him do his thing. Baz, I see you back there. I'm gonna bring you up, but I'm gonna let Average Man say his piece and give him his flowers.
Oh man! So first of all, brother? Man, how you doing, brother? How you doing?
Chilling, man.
I wanted to catch you because I had originally saw your post when you had announced that you was going to be away from a while. When I saw your pictures, I knew right away where you was at. So even when Richie Mack had reached out to me and let me know, I was like, well, I already kind of knew where he was at. I kind of just wanted to speak to you like man to man and just give you your flowers, because I've given this story a few times on my channel of how when I originally started my channel, there was a point in time where I was actually considering giving up. Mm-hmm. And what made me keep going was a post that you had put on your community tab, and you were showing how you had I think you had been running the channel for about 2 years, and mm-hmm. you weren't even monetized yet. Mm-hmm. And I believe I had been running my channel for maybe about a year or so, and I had about the same amount of subs that you had around that time. Mm-hmm. So
wait, I gotta interrupt. You had the same amount of subs as MTR?
No, okay, so let me explain. Let me make sure I frame it right. So yeah. MTR had put a post on his channel saying that he had ran his channel for 2 years and only had 400 subs. When I started uploading on my channel, after uploading for 1 year, I had 400 subs. Mm-hmm. So in comparison, I was thinking like, you know what? Maybe I'm not doing so bad. Let me just keep being consistent and keep going. And just like MTR, I'm all over here working a 9 to 5 and doing this at the same time. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to give him his flowers, because if it wasn't for that community post, to be honest with you, I don't think I would be here now. And I mean, as you can see behind me. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to say man to man, thank you. And I appreciate you, everything that you do. I've been a huge fan, and you, can't wait to see you hit that 1 million, brother.
Hey, I am humbled, man. I am humble. You know, you just never know. Sometimes I throw things out that you just never know where, you know, who it might hit. So I appreciate that. Yeah. Look at the progression from your side. Right. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just got to hear things in the correct way from a correct person that, you know, you respect, and, you know, it kind of just changes your perspective, which is also why, you know, I stepped outside of my own comfort zone even to do this stream, because I really haven't been doing collaborations or anything like that for a minute now, because, you know, through these conversations, you know, we might talk about or say something that might change someone else's life, you know, and they'll end up going somewhere else that, you know, that they never thought possible. You know, I'll never forget like something that my pop said to me, and this is back when I got sick, and my dad is a very private person, and he didn't want me at all to talk about kind of my health issues and everything that was going on. And he took, umbrage up to, me talking about it. And, after the whole situation, I think at some point he went down in the comment section and took a look and, and saw like people's, even like emails that I was like forwarding it to him. Like people was like, hey, I went and I got checked, and it turns out that I have it too. Thank you so much. And, my pops was a school teacher, and it occurred to him at that time, kind of the impact of the platform and the power that we have up here, to whether it's to just talk or to influence or to talk through perspectives. I know that's my word, but, I think that it was important for him to be able to see that. And he left me with a word. And I've said this on my channel before. He said that, I had the opportunity to change thousands of people's life because he was a school teacher, but you have the opportunity to change millions of people's lives because of the internet, because of the digital platform. So, I'm humbled, brother. I'm humble. So thank you so much for sharing that with me.
Man, I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Mm.
And there's Big Bass for you, MTR.
So I just wanted to share that with y'all because honestly, I did not think I would ever get the chance to even speak to him. So that was really dope, man, to have that moment with him the other night, because I've shared that story with you guys many a times on here. And to be honest with you, again, I don't think I'd be sitting here talking to you guys now or even have the chance to talk to him in that manner if it wasn't for that specific post that I saw him put up, man, because I really was ready to give up on this channel, you guys. It was slow motion. I'm over here like, I saw him post that. I was like, damn, you got all these subs now, but it took you 2 years to get 400. I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm doing too bad. Let me just keep going, man. Yeah, and that ended up working out, bro. Ended up working out, man. Shout out to MTR. Let me go ahead and set up the next video for you guys, because I tell you, man, he got the space, the travel space and the RP spaceship, bro. To say the least, man. It's like it seemed like everybody is talking about MTR, bro.
Yo, what up? I was getting ready to go out. Actually, let me put this microphone on. I was getting ready to go out into this beautiful, beautiful world and experience more of good old Thailand. But I decided to just put on the camera real quick because I wanted to have a quick conversation. There's a bunch of epiphanies that have been happening, and I feel kind of bad because I really haven't been in a position to share it because I'm just.
Hold on, before we get into this, man, I'm so sorry, bro. Man, where are my manners, bro? My apologies, man. Damn, bro. I'm just ignoring the chat, bro. My bad, bro. I was like, see, that's how y'all know I'm over here kind of like fanboying low key because I finally got to talk to MTR, so I'm kind of geeked out. Don't mind me, y'all. Let me see what's up with the chat. I'm just rushing right into. I usually show love to the chat before we get in, but I did wanted to share that moment with y'all, bro, because I've been wanting to have that word with him for a long time, knowing that Zuna Thailand had connections to him. But I digress, man. Anyway, make sure y'all subscribe to the Rant channel, the Travel channel, and the Music channel. Y'all know the Bonnet Crew song just dropped. Everybody loving it. Let's keep it moving, man. Shout out to my moderator, Alex. Dread Mike, yes, this is going to be interesting, man. Willing to Win, what's going on? Ahmad, what's good? Pooh Man 313, what's going on? Travel Elitist, what's good, brother? He said Plantation Pros can't have him back. He belong to us. LMAO. Jermaine, what's good? Good evening. Lee Turner, what's going on? Crazy Suri Gummy, Buff City Nerd. Make sure y'all subscribe to that brother's channel if you haven't already. Tony, what's going on, G? Yeah, bro, that was really dope, man. Joshua Sinclair, yep. Yep, I'm good, brother. I am good, man. Oh, I bet, man. I kind of been slacking, but not so much. I actually just finished up Godfather Volume 4. I just uploaded that the other day. Probably gonna start working on. Oh, I haven't decided. I don't know if I'm gonna go in the same order as I did last year, because so far that's what I've been doing. But I don't know, because I did because Neo Rock was this past April. I don't know if I want to do Neo Rock again, and then do Colombian Soul again. Like just keep the same order, or maybe switch it up. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Where shit, you could just send it to my email. Damn. Okay, then that's what's up, bro. Hell yeah, man. I mean, I gotta be honest with you, bro. Everybody feeling it on YouTube. Everybody talking about views being down and shit, bro. Everybody feeling that. Trust me. We all feeling it, bro. Even Mr. Beast himself, the biggest YouTuber out there, the richest YouTuber out there, even he feeling it. So I'm like, so don't feel bad, man. Good thing is I'm not feeling it so bad to the where it's like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? And I've never been a huge spender anyway, so like I'm good over here, but yeah. Yeah, bro. It's kind of like up and down. Very, very up and down, bro. It might have to do with the certain niches. I think part of it has to do with certain niches being a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? Saturated. And plus they switched up the algorithm to focus more on retaining an audience versus getting people to click, I think. Or something to that degree. But I digress, man. I think I'm caught up on the chat. Oh, shout out to I might even see you. My bad, Joshua. What's good, G? I mean, both Joshua's in the building. And the funny part about it is Joshua Sinclair, he's been to Thailand before, but it was his first time being there in years. I think he said maybe like 10 years or so. Said it was the first time in a long time he'd been there. But man, saying the crazy part about it, he only went to Phuket. Can you imagine if he was to go to Koh Samui, Bangkok, especially considering, he stayed in a big city at one point, Pattaya, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai. Like I plan on doing some more traveling around Thailand when I go back. I want to go to Pai, which is supposed to be like up in the rice field somewhere. They say it's like one of the most peaceful places in the world. Yes, I especially want to go there before crop burning season start again. So that's the crazy part. He only been to Phuket, man. He ain't even explored Thailand yet. All right, once he explored Thailand, he gonna be like, oh yeah, this is it. Yeah, that's kind of how. Yeah, that's how it happens. That's how it works. That's kind of how it's been with me lately. Every now and then I'll get a video that might do 20, 30, 40,000. But it's like the average is probably like 5 to 10 type shit. Like, oh, he banned you for calling him Grover. I'm mad as hell. Hey, yo, that nigga do look like Grover, though. I'm mad as fuck, bro. Oh, bro.
I'm just enjoying everything as much as I can down here. So I'm trying to remember that when I come across different epiphanies, I got to be able to try to share it. Okay. And I just came across another string or set of epiphanies, and it's not really a fully formed thought as of yet. So I'm gonna try to work it out as we talk to each other right now. Okay. Let me start off by saying this. I now, at a fundamental level, understand the passport bros. Okay. Let me repeat that. I, at a granular, fundamental level, understand a passport bro. Now, when I say the terminology of passport bro, because of the branding of passport bro, it's kind of the same thing of the branding of red pill. People have taken different words of things and attributed their own life to it and their own kind of experience to it in their own right. As immoral as what they do or as wrong as what they are, they can utilize these terminology. They can utilize these different terminologies in order to communicate a brand identity that as a listener you might gravitate to, but they really don't understand it or really give a F about it, or maybe are grifting in that direction. Nevertheless, I understand on a fundamental level the story of a passport bro. Now, some people hear that word and they think S-tourist, and that's not what I'm talking about at all whatsoever, okay? What's behind that? Because that's the sensational part. That's the part that they'll try to shame you in. Oh, use a passport, bro. Like, ew, like you, oh, that's what you do. Oh, disgusting. All they do is, I'm not even going to go there and I'm even going to talk about that. I'm talking about the difference of life when you go somewhere else. The difference of life when you go outside of what is your normal. And I always talk about this on the channel in a sense of growth within yourself. You can never be the person that you are destined to be if you stay locked into the same block, society, hood, city, province. You can't, because there's no way that you can gain the different experiences that will help you understand the reason that this world turns, right? Or help you understand the reason that you've been placed on to this planet, or even your purpose, or the expectation of your purpose, or how to get fulfillment out of that. You have to see life in the world from varied perspectives, okay? Now, the new one that I have to add up on there, maybe I've said it before in the past, is international travel. You have to get outside and see this. It's different. The branding and the marketing of the United States of America, shit, most of these places in the West, it's bullshit. I'm telling you this flat out, right? I'm 4 weeks into this trip. The honeymoon phase has subsided. And in fact, I think that's why I'm able to do a little bit more content, because I'm now like in the introspection phase. I'm now in the consideration phase. I'm now in, I'm really trying to extract and extrapolate the lessons that I'm learning out here, and I'll try to disseminate to you guys as much as possible. And I know that the term of passport bro, again, has bad branding. So let it be a channel of my size, and the way that I can articulate this be sort of the gold standard. And I say sort of because, again, I'm not fully formed in this thought as of yet. But let me say this from a dating perspective, right? The issues in the States for men, there's a lot of different issues. But one of the biggest issues is that there's a genotype that will get the most amount of success in the dating game, okay? Oftentimes on the channel, you might describe it as the sixes, 6 foot tall, 6-pack abs, 6-inch, hello, all right? There's like a genotype, okay? 6 figures a year. There's a genotype also within that. And this is probably a little bit more specific to Black culture. They want corporate Tupac, all right? They want loud and strong, yet quiet and reserved at the same goddamn time. They want at a moment's notice that you got to defend their armor. You got to be the rough, tough, bad guy. All right. All right. At a moment's notice, you got to be the Super Saiyan dick slinger. All right. You got to put that thing up on the table, which, from my experience, it's not too bad of expectations. But you know, that corporate Tupac shit is it blows my fucking mind. But as a man who is charismatic, you understand that there's a certain game that you have to play in respect. Like, how many of the dudes that are successful in the dating game, but like low key, are addicted to video games, right? But they don't let they don't let that component of their realness or their personality come out, right? How many dudes that you know what I'm saying, will have like odd little, like they like anime or something like that, right? Like things that are not considered normalized within like what is considered cool. They'll call you a goofy, a lame, corny, like all of these different things that, you know, it's a very narrow-minded pathway that's just formed in bullshit.
Yeah, I've been saying this lately, bro. Women have a very rigid like they have a very rigid box as far as what they expect men to be, bro. Like a lot of you, I'm like, think about it, you guys. I'm like, don't get me wrong, you're starting to see more women get into anime and video games. But I think we can agree in general, bro. A lot of women seem to shit on dudes that are into that shit for some reason. I don't know why. It's like it seems like anything men enjoy that isn't considered like hyper masculine, they got an issue with it. I don't know. It's weird as hell. It's like outside of going to the range, I can't really think of anything else off the top of my head. For real. Like, yeah, I hear you on this one right here. Yeah, bro. AMS, bro. AMS was coming for him, bro. I don't know what that was about.
And it's not an indictment wholly on the mindset of the modern woman, because a lot of men self-select into that mindset as well. But I think like a lot of the men are just seeing what works with the women, and they utilize that as data, and they incorporate components of that into their game. When you're over in a place that doesn't have these different norms or like these established like normal things and expectations, when you're in a place where it's completely different and you're not held to the standards or the comparisons of those around you, and also there's not like this underlying money conversation, okay, on the channel. I'll let you guys know this. I probably said this in a live stream or two before, but when I do content and I find a topic that is about dating, relationships, all right, men, woman, whatever, but then also it is a money topic, right? Like, you know, going off the Cheesecake Factory and she don't want to bang with the Cheesecake Factory. It's too beneath her, okay? You know, she's going out with her homegirls, invites her guy that she's dating, and she expects the guy to pay for the table. Those topics get some of the highest views. And I understand why. Because this money thing in a capitalistic society, it's so important, right? And especially with women within this biological underpinning of hypergamy, right? They're looking to date up, and they more than likely want a man that's already finished the race as opposed to running the race with you. Ladies, I don't get mad at that. And in fact, as a producer throughout my life, I understand that and I take advantage of it. But nevertheless, being in a place where that just goes away, it's not even a consideration, it's not even a thing, right? It's freeing. It's freeing. It's freeing. I just did a story on my Instagram at @RealMTR, you know, and I talked through this dichotomy, right, of responses that I've received from women, like, you know, in the Atlanta area, just trying to meet a young lady and just trying to be nice, and then she comes off and fires something over to you like, oh, you gonna pay for my drink? Oh, you can't afford it? Like, you broke or something? that's what men receive. Like, that's what I receive. Versus out here, women are not.
Oh, the dating coaches. Oh, let me guess. Mr. Luciano and that bald head nigga with the glasses over there looking like Wesley Snipes from the movie Blade. What's that nigga name? Miles Cunningham or Miles Winnington, some shit like that. Them niggas, them two niggas. Yeah, they really was. And very easy to debunk too, KG. So you're close. I got, bro. It better not be that. It better not be Donovan Sharp, because y'all already know I spazzed on that nigga. Spazzing on him is how I ended up on Obsidian's show. That's the reason why Obsidian. That was the main reason why Obsidian wanted me on his show, because y'all know Obsidian, a Passport Bro supporter, bro. Passport Bros be popping up at the Monclave every year. They done asked me to come for the last 2 years. I'm like, I think they asked me again if I was coming this year. Yeah, for real, that's who I was thinking. Because I'm probably gonna cover the AMS video here later on, or I might save that for tomorrow. I like us, man. He been dropping so much content about Thailand. Like, you could tell he definitely had a really good time, bro. It truly is eye opening, man. It's God, I can't wait for this visa to get approved, y'all. I got 3 more weeks, man. I'll be back in, well, not back in Thailand in 3 weeks, but in 3 weeks the visa is supposed to be approved. So hopefully by the end of this month, man, beginning of the next month, I'm back in Thailand, bro.
Asking how much that you make, right? There's still an expectation of, hey, he's the man, he's gonna get, and that's fine. But when you're doing it in a place where it's literally 80 to 90% less money than what you're used to, I gave an example within that story, and I said, if I get chicken fried rice in Atlanta, it's $22, $23. If I go get chicken fried rice with tax, if I go get chicken fried rice over here, it's like $2, $3 on the
10 times cheaper.
Expensive end. Like, what? The conversation is fundamentally different. It's fundamentally different. Now it's, well, shit, I don't need to cook no more, because I can just go get takeout for $2 every time that I go get a meal.
And that's what I was doing. I was showing y'all that on my travel channel, and I'll continue to do so.
Shit, I ain't even gonna go grocery shopping no more. What about this cleaning thing? Shit, I don't even need to fucking clean no more, because I can get a maid in here for $10 a pop. What?
Yep.
Like, and the thing is that,
and I'm talking a full deep clean, y'all. Yeah, I think last time I'm like, I paid $15, but still, that ain't shit, man. You talking about a full deep clean when you walk back in, gonna smell good, fresh sheets, everything. Like, yeah. I'm like, that ain't shit, man. $15, $10, $15.
Because this is, it's not a third world country. It's more like a developing country. So there's some infrastructure things here that, are lacking. But to me, it doesn't supersede the bullshit that I see in the States, right? The dealing with this anger that exists within the States. And a lot of the anger, again, is attributed to money. It's attributed towards money. And it makes sense because what your purpose is, or at least whatever you do in order to make money, is going to take up a lot of your day, 8 to 10 hours a day, maybe even longer if you have a long commute. It takes up a significant component of your day, and you're focused in this thing that you have to do to run on this hamster wheel to make money. You're judged by how much money that you make. Okay. You are, your worth or your value is determined by your assets or your bank account. And it's like an odd thing, but I just think that it's the product of a capitalistic society, one of which, you know, keeping up with the Joneses or even greed is kind of normalized. It's kind of baked within it. But when you get to
Hey, I got a funny story for you, Crazy Story Gamer. You want to know something that happened to me, bro, when I was in Thailand? And I swear, if she was attractive, I probably would have went. So I had a woman that cleaned my apartment, right? Why, like later on that same day, she ended up swiping right on me on Tinder. I was like, oh, like she don't know who the hell I am, bro. I was weak as fuck. I was like, why she look familiar? I was like, oh, that's the cleaning lady. I was like, oh, she want the dick. I'm like, I'm cool, bro. She's one of those rare overweight Thai women that you'll come across, but you know, she's nice and what have you, but I'm just like, nah, I'm good. And she older on top of that too. It's like if you older and you bad, like I go, but okay, man, I'll take a look at it. I think I did get a notification. I'll take a look at it. Definitely taking a look at that. Type shit.
a place where there's been poor people here that have been generous to me. Let me repeat that. Poor people, right? Their rents, $200, $300 per month. They're trying to figure out how to make ends meet, but they're still generous.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Think about that.
Right.
Now, it's not to say that people are not trying to sell you things and there's not no products. Like everywhere you go on this planet is going to be, you know, advertisements and billboards and shit like that. It's always going to be that. Okay. But what I'm trying to get out here is that they establish happiness just so different. It's just so different. And when you remove the layer of money, you can get down to like this fundamental, who are you? What do you think? There's not a thought of using, from my experience and what I've seen. There's not this like selfishness, right? And in the States, I get it. Shit, I have to be selfish. I have to be selfish with my time. In order to create this right here, over the past 10 years, I've had to be selfish as shit.
Yeah, facts. Shout out to Yo, it's Eric TV with the $2 super chat. Said for the love, just wanted to say hi, salute to you, my G.
In order to do what I have to do, in order to substantiate this, to create this, to retain this, to grow this, I've had to be selfish with my money, my time, my energy. I have to be selfish because to create this is difficult and it takes time, it takes energy, it takes consistency. So I'm even a victim of it. But when I'm out here, that pressure, that, you know, I've said this before, that climbing Mount Everest without a peak or a summit, I don't feel it no more. So now I wake up in the morning and it's not, oh, I gotta, XYZ. Oh, sorry, meeting at such and such. Oh, I got, do this, do that. Now it's just like, I just have life. I just have a life to live. One of which that has very easy access to a beach. Hello, it's like 300 feet that way. It's absolutely insane. Yo, the other day I was doing kickboxing. Muay Thai, which is kickboxing. Muay Thai kickboxing at this gym that I signed up for because I'm not here not trying to be a tourist. I really haven't done tourist stuff. I'm like not here just living. So I signed up for a gym and everything. And I was doing kickboxing, and the window looks out towards the beach. And the sun, I'll try to get some footage of it. I'll try to get some footage for you guys. The sunset was coming down, so the sky was turning like orangey pink as I'm doing this new activity of Muay Thai kickboxing, sweating profusely, tired. He's making me do all these damn kicks. I haven't kicked shit since I was like 12 years old. All right. And I'm watching the sunset over the beach as the sky turns like this fuchsia color. In paradise, right up on the beach, you can go eat for $5 and be full for the entire night.
Like, don't that sound good, travel elitists? Yeah. Mr. Travel Elitist, where you at, man? That's you, G. That's you all day.
I'm walking by the businesses, right? The shops, and I got people, women are just, hey, come in. Come in. I sit in. And of course, I still got my American, from the States, New York hat on. I'm like, this is a setup. All right. What they want from me. All right. How they gonna use me. All right. What are they trying to pull out of me? And it's just good conversation. Never with an expectation of anything from you. They just see you, a face, it looks different, and they're curious, and they smile, and they're nice. Passport bros, I understand y'all. I understand. There's been so many movements that have happened in my couple of weeks being here, because like I said, I have no agenda. I just walk outside, and shit'll happen. Shit'll happen. Now, I will say this. If you are disgusting, sloppy, fat, overweight, you don't work on yourself, you don't clean yourself, you have bad hygiene, you don't take care of yourself. If you that type of dude and you think that you could take an international trip and they're gonna be hawking you down, it's I mean, can you win out here being a disgusting fat loser? I mean, it depends on your definition of win. But I think that, and I know that, I got some genetic things that are working, in my favor. I'm 6'2". The chicks look at me and they go, 40? Like, that's how they say it. They be like, how old are you? 40? What? Let me see ID. Let me see ID.
Yeah.
40?
they say the same thing with me when I tell them how old I am. Like, some of them Thai women be thinking I'm in my 20s. I'll be like, nah, man. They be like, 28? I'm like, no, I'm 40. Well, I was 40. Last time I was in Thailand, I was 40.
Like, I know I got some genetic things, you know what I'm saying? I still work out, all right? So your boy got, is the cousin of a Greek guy, all right? Still at 40 years old, all right? Broad shoulders, you understand what I'm saying? My mama at least thinks that I'm handsome, all right? So I'm walking on these streets, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm a fruit roll-up, you heard? I'm a fruit snack, all right? I'm something that, you know what I'm saying? I'm rare, and I'll tell you what, as a man, it feels good to be overly respected and appreciated. I always say this on the channel, go where you are appreciated. Go where you are loved. Don't fight to be loved. Don't fight
I like that.
For an expectation and be hit with liability or limited result. I'm telling you, like, this trip has changed my life. Now, and I will say that, when I'm coming on this trip, there's a bunch of things that I'm healing from. Actually, my theme at this portion of my trip is forgiveness. And it came to me. I need to forgive. I need to forgive God for taking away my father. I need to forgive. I need to forgive prior relationships in my life for just being liars, just making shit up. I have to forgive. I have to let go, because I can't continue to step through and walk through without, I can't do it without letting go of the resentment, the bitterness, anger, all things that as I'm busy in the States, I just ignore. But now that I've sat down and I've had an opportunity to really think and really appreciate and really understand where I'm at and really heal from the things that have been plaguing me, that I've just pushed it to the side, and the opportunity to be able to do it in paradise. Passport Bros, I understand y'all. Now I'm like, damn, where else I need to go, baby? Like Brazil, do I need to go here and there? Brazil or Colombia? Do I need to go to shit? I need the other places in the south of Vietnam. Da Nang, where you at?
Yeah.
All right. In Thailand, there's a lot of Burmese people. It's like Burmese, Myanmar. Apparently, it's like I don't know if war-torn, I'm not a historian and shit, like I'm not a geopolitical, whatever, right? Something happened over there and it's like war-torn, and you see a lot of them that are up here in Thailand. And when I see, I could tell immediately because their faces are different. They look like more Mexican to me. Well, they don't look Mexican. They look like Thai people and Mexican people had a baby. A little bit more rounder faces, like more bigger cheekbones and stuff like that. And there's been a couple of them that I've had conversations with. And one of the things that I said to them is we don't know in the West how good that we got it. We don't understand. Again.
Yeah, I mentioned that several times. Let me get this super chat real quick before I let him finish off. Codus Jenkins 5868 with the $5 super chat says people are angry because guys like MTR are supposed to be the stepfather and cleanup man for Pookie in the States. He's happy and has options elsewhere. Thank you for that super chat, brother. Appreciate you.
And it's all about perspective. Imagine growing up in a place where you do not have an option for a job. Imagine growing up in a place and at a certain age you have to move to another country for work. Now, it's not to say everything in the West, everything in the States is perfect. But it is to say that many people complain about something and they never experience anything else. They've never experienced worse. It's the experiences that will continue to help shape, shift, and fortify who you are. It's the growth and the learning throughout that help you gain an appreciation for this wacky green and blue ball circling around a star in the sky of limitless reach. It will help you understand more. Passport Bros, I understand y'all. This has been an incredible learning, an incredible life lesson. I appreciate you guys for those that are still here with me right now, that are listening to some of my thoughts. I decided to just get this all out real quick and just freestyle. My appreciation for life has vastly grown. My knowledge and understanding of what exists outside of what I was experiencing and my sense of purpose and fulfillment within that has grown. I mean, shit, I'm like, I might need to take a month trip, a few times per year. You understand? I might have to figure out a new way to be able to do this, so I'm not climbing that burnout cycle. You know, and listen, I push it out to y'all. You know, what's your plan? You know, my plan now, you know, when thinking through accumulation of wealth as much as what I can within the West. And then if I want to leave and retire somewhere else, you know, you put things, you situate investment accounts in a way, all right, you handle your taxes in a way so that you can do that. Are you planning to live, or are you not planning for your inevitable fail? You have to be able to take life by the horns and command forward. But I appreciate you guys. Shout out again to the Passport Bros. This has been a trip. Shout out to everybody out there that wrote something underneath the video where I talked about that I needed a break. And because I also talked about, you know, the impact of the death of my father. And in speaking through that, you know, I think that it hit a lot of people because you've either gone through that or you know someone in your life that has gone through that. Man, fuck cancer. First off, salutations, greetings, and all of that amazing stuff. Listen, I'm on week 5 after extending my trip. And I think I'm going to go back in about a couple of days now. And I'll be honest with you, when I had to book the flight, I was oh so sad. There was a tear that was rolling down my face at the same time.
Hey, he got hit with that passport blues, y'all. Hey, that's how you know. That's how you know, bro. That's when you know, my guy. He said, man, I cried when I had to book that flight back home. Yo, everybody feel like that when they gotta come back to the States, man. You gotta think, I was gone all last year. Now, part of me was because I was gone for the whole entire year, which was my goal. I mean, it was good to have that break, but I mean, I've been back long enough now to where it's like, okay, yeah, I got that itch now. I'm ready to leave now. I've been had the itch to get back out, especially when I went to Vegas, because you know, just getting on that plane again, it was like, you know what I mean? Okay, like, let's go. But then I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I'm like, shit, going to here to Vegas, I'm like, that's light work. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm used to 14-hour leg flights. You feel me? Like, so, but yeah, man, let's get back into it. That's crazy though. Yeah, everybody's experienced that blues, man.
Time that I had to book the trip. Listen, this is it. I wanted to share with you guys what it is that I'm feeling right now, and as well as a couple, maybe like one story. Maybe there's going to be a couple depending upon how I feel in the conversation that we're about to have here today. I'll start off and I'll say it like this. You know, when I worked in corporate America, I was it like 4 or 5 years ago. At this time was the last time that I worked in corporate, right? Your boy was pulling in probably about $150,000 a year in a very low cost of living city. I was in Columbus, Ohio. But
hold on, this nigga was up the road? Nah, man. Yo, I wish I would have mentioned that when I spoke to him the other night. Like, damn, bro, I didn't know you was up the road. Like, bro, I'm in Cincinnati. Did any of y'all know that he stayed at Columbus at one point? That's crazy as hell. I'm gonna let you know right now, if you making 150K or more a year in anywhere in Ohio, period, you good. Like, you good. Oh my God. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I didn't know he was living there. Because I know he was staying in Atlanta for a minute. But damn, I did not know that man lived in Columbus too. That's wild as hell. Hold on. So I wonder if he was staying in Columbus like when he first started posting. Damn. I'm gonna have to reach out to Richie Mack, bro, see if I can have a conversation with him. Like, damn, I did not know that nigga was up that close to me, bro. That's wild as hell, y'all. That nigga was right up the street all this time. Damn. I was literally just in Columbus for Raw like 2 weeks ago. That's wild as hell. Wow.
Within that time, I was salaried. And within that time, you know, I had, you know, my evenings as well as my weekends to just be me, enjoy myself. And then also the type of work that I was doing was, you know, pretty much high powered for a couple of hours per day. But then besides that, you know, I'd have time to, you know, talk to people, you know, I'd have community at work, you know, so I would say my overall life happiness when I consider all of those different types of things was very high. It was extremely high. You know, I had security, I had protection, I had a salary, so I had consistency. I knew what was coming in, and I was living in a low cost of living city, post MBA grad, and I was doing extremely well for myself. So since then, you know, I became a little bit bored within that lifestyle, and I wanted to be able to try to accomplish or figure out something new, gain additional purpose of being a 30-ish-year-old man and making it to a degree of life that I felt like I was comfortable with, but I wanted to try to figure out more. So that's what I did. I figured out more. I became a hobbyist. And within that hobby, I established of many things that I had an enjoyment for technology as well as cameras. And there was a little bit of time there that I got a couple of professional, semi-professional cameras. And I started a photography business in the city that I was living in. About a year or so after that, I turned that camera around and I decided I wanted to try to create some videos, again, from a hobbyist perspective. Little did I know, I would be so good in being able to do that or figure out, you know, what it was that people wanted to listen to or to hear about, that I had almost 1 million subscribers 7-ish years later. Who would have known? You know, now I will say I'm simplifying that to a large degree because the amount of learning, tutelage, training, investment from a time, as well as a knowledge perspective is something that I can't undercut. It's nothing that I can underpin, okay? It was difficult. It was tough, all right? So I did that for a number of years. And I would say that, you know, my 20s to my 30s was the period of discovery, of having fun, of figuring out myself. And I would say like within that time, I probably visited 15 different countries. I was living good. I was living well. All right. My 30s to my 40s, and especially like when I figured out that I wanted to do this content thing. And of course, because, you know, I wanted a degree of ownership within my life, you know, working salary. And I was super good at it as well within corporate America. I think that there's a lot of things within my personality that speaks extremely well to how it is that I can form fit within that. And a lot of things that my father, you know, would teach me, and as well as the schooling that I had previously, it just fit well, right? And I knew how to, you know, for lack of a better term, shock, jive, you know, be a chameleon to a degree, right? Like positively speaking, okay? Then the content shit hit. Then COVID happened. Then my numbers went crazy. Then my learning and my love for what this is went absolutely stupid. And I was able to reinvest all of that and to figure out how to do it at this particular junction. My income, my revenue went up 20-fold, okay, at its highest rate. And even now, 10+-fold at this current junction. I say all this to say is that I've always been a man of discipline, of merit, of achievement, of progress. Progress over perfection is one of the mantras that I started this channel, and it's something that I will always live by. And I've always said that you're never going to know what exactly or who that you are in every stage of life, because as you grow within life, things will absolutely fundamentally change, okay? Things will change, and you have to get used to that change. You have to get flexible within that change, and as well as what I've said before, you have to get comfortable within being uncomfortable, okay? So here I am, a couple of years out of doing the content, and I'm building and forming community. I'm building a splendid team that, you know, does the things that I need to do. Everything is going well. And then life happens. And within that life, experiencing things that took me away from the happiness or the joy of it. But I had sort of these golden handcuffs. I have acknowledged these handcuffs. Because once you get yourself in a place of achievement, it's a place of achievement. It's a weird achievement as well, right? Because you can have some people that are complaining about the things that you were talking about, but then, you know, a new young man turns 18 every day, baby. So, so to them, it's old. To him, it's new. Okay. So the algorithm rewards that. So you constantly work on a singular topic and our focus in order to make it work. And there's some weird ass bugs out here. I will say that. Yo, I'm looking at a bug that's crawling around my damn camera. Oh, it's flying now. That is crazy. I've never seen that type of. I know it wasn't on screen, but it's crazy looking. Anyway, you look like a Pokemon. You heard? Anyway, so I experienced the death of friends. I experienced the death of loved ones. Shout out to everybody out there that wrote something underneath the video where I talked about that I needed a break. And because I also talked about, you know, the impact of the death of my father. And in speaking through that, you know, I think that it hit a lot of people because you've either gone through that or you know someone in your life that has gone through that. Man, fuck cancer. Fuck cancer. I can't wait till we come to a component of our society where we can rid ourselves of diseases or ailments that we can't define where they come from or control when they come. Nevertheless, I've been impacted, but I kept going because I'm on this hamster wheel. I'm on this climbing of Mount Everest is what I talked about within my videos before. And I'm constantly gaining and achieving and excelling and improving and investing again to improve some more. And you just keep going. Even when you're burnt out, even when you feel as though that it is enough, you keep going. And a lot of that is capitalism dependent. A lot of that is achievement dependent, dependent upon your particular behavior or your lifestyle. But it's dependent on something. Then if you take all of that and extrapolate that out to a place that doesn't really depend on that as much, you learn a lot of things about yourself. You learn a lot of things about your expectations in life. You learn a lot of things about who you are as a person. And I'll tell you guys something. Being down here for the past 5 weeks, I am so proud of myself. I am so proud of myself. And it might sound crazy to you, you know? Are you proud of yourself from taking a vacation? I'm just proud of myself. I'm proud of myself because, you know, taking off for this amount of time, I never would have thought that this would have been possible. All I saw was just the grind into the end, baby. That's all I saw. That's all that I felt valuable. You know what I mean? But life is worth living. And when I say that, it's also to say that I didn't realize that I wasn't living. Now, I'm a young man that is, you know, I'm 40. All right. So a lot of people look at me like I'm old like shit, right? Like, but but I'm 40 years old. But when I put a foot on, they like, yo, what you 27? You heard? Yeah, but 40? That's what they be saying. 40? Anyway, you know, I'm still relatively a young man. And, you know, being down here, I've fully understood that the way that I'm living life, even in being in a major metropolitan city like Atlanta right now, that's where I spend the majority of my time. I have houses all over the United States, but that's where I spend the majority of my time right now, okay? That's where my studio's at. But living in a major metropolitan city in the way that I live it and experiencing the people around and the way that I'm experiencing it, right? Keeping myself to a schedule that has me achieving and excelling and growing. You know, it's all well and good. But when you come to paradise, when you come to paradise, it changes. I am forever changed by this experience. I now am so happy that I have done this because now I figured out a new goal. I've talked about it in previous videos. If I decide to upload, I don't know if I'll upload those videos, but I talked about it in a sense of, I think that what makes the West great or makes the states great, but what also ruins the states is capitalism. And it's just a type of capitalism. It's one where the people that we look up to are the pop culture figures of who we aspire to be, okay? If you're a part of the Matrix and if you're a lemming, who you aspire to be, they're gaudy, they're extra, they're flamboyant, okay? But what I've come to really understand, and I knew this beforehand, and I would say I'm a lot farther along because I've never been a young man that's even been in debt, right? Like, I've always done really well with like my finances and everything like that, and as well as choice and decision that I'm making with my finances. But once you're in a place where none of that, literally none of that exists, you can extrapolate out all of the imagery and the branding and the things that people wear on their face or adorn on, right, from a makeup perspective, the eyelashes, the hair, right, that they'll wear on their body, the jewelry, right, on their wrist, right, their neck, the cologne, right, the shoes, right? Like when you take out all of the external, you peel back that little onion, and who are you really at the core of it? And what I figured out is that now I'm in a place where you don't have to worry about any of that. And you get down to the core of humans, of who you are as a person. And when I ask myself, who am I when I wake up in the morning? And what are the things that I want to do? And how much effort that I want to put in to live the life that I want to live? And as much dopamine that I want to experience? Who am I? And then what are those things? And I think that as I've come down here, even when I'm talking with different people, listen, I was talking to, the spot that I'm in right now is in a place called Rawai, right? It's about 30 minutes outside of Patong Beach. As I'm down here, I'm like making sure that I'm having some conversations with some of the locals, you hear me? And when I say locals, I don't just mean people that live here, like their whole life, the people who decided to live here, okay? Had a couple of conversations. I'll tell you about two. The first one was from a young man who's been here. I think he said he was here for about 3 years or so. He is from the UK. All right. It looked like he was of an Indian heritage or Indian descent. And I was talking to him about his experiences down here. And he was like, listen, this has completely changed my life. I'm in paradise. I'm so damn happy here. He said, you know, I work out 3 times per day. And that was crazy because I was looking at him and he was, you know, he's obviously overweight, like obese. Say work out 3 times per day. In my mind, I'm just like, you must have just started. He has, okay? But he has himself on a workout regimen. But what I also picked up on that is that he said 3 times per day. Who else has time to work out 3 times per day besides athletes, right? Professional athletes. That's who works out 3 times per day. But that's what he said that he does. I asked him, he said, yo, in the morning time, I do Muay Thai. I have a one-on-one coach. He said in the mid-afternoon, so I go back most of the time and I do weight training. And then at night, he does like some high rocks, CrossFit type shit. All right. Him and a couple of his friends that's around in the area. And right now I met him at a spa, like a luxury spa, which is what I'm at right now. Okay. He said he's been.
You know what? I'm like, if he stay consistent with that for about a year, I'm like, see, come back and see what he look like in a year, bro. Cause that's active as fuck. That's on some, that's like David Goggins level, boy. Cause I'm like, first of all, you doing Muay Thai training first thing in the morning? That's tough in itself. Then you follow it up with weight training, and then you finish it off with, which is essentially intense cardio. Oh Lord, man, that's tough.
Here for the last 3 years. I said, bro, do you miss home? He said, hell no. It's raining there all of the time. And people are just angry. They're just stressed out. And I said, bro, I feel you. That's all you can say to that. I said, you have any regrets? He said, no. I said, what about family? He said, we FaceTime. Technology today. All right. The next conversation that I had was with an older man. Oh, the first conversation, an Indian brother. He looked like he probably my age, but probably about 40, but like overweight 40. So he looked different than my 40, if that makes sense. Next conversation that I had, I went over here and I swam over in this area past the Fern Gully. You heard? It's like a little, it's like a jacuzzi. And then right next to that is the cold plunge. I was in the jacuzzi area. Portly man steps into the damn pool. I mean, the hot tub. You know, we start chatting. We start having a conversation. He's French. Okay. But it's easy to understand him. Some French people, it's like really hard. It's like deep French. But I can understand him, you know. And we began to have a conversation. He's been here 13 years and he's 60 years of age. Okay. I started talking to this guy. He was like, taking a trip down here was the best decision that I ever made in my life. I said, all right, well, what's your lifestyle out here? I mean, obviously you at a spa right now, so you must be living pretty good. He said, I'm married. I said, wait, what? Pretty sure I saw him over here with a little pretty young thing. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, is he married to her, right? Right. Says that he's married. And he said, get this. He had a kid 6 years ago. He's 60. Do the math, okay? I'm like, Jesus, you having kids at 57? My God. He said, yeah. I gave him a pound, all right? And then he proceeds to tell me that the situation that he has set up with his wife is one of which she does everything. She cooks, she cleans, and when the kid is not at school, she takes care of the kid. He comes in to a clean home with food up on the stove, on the pots, waiting for him, ready for him. She don't complain. She don't fuss. She don't ask where he's been, right? Like she might ask if you had a good time, but she don't ask none of that other bullshit. She allows him to live a peaceful, enjoyment-filled life. Peaceful, enjoyment-filled life. Peaceful, enjoyment-filled life. I had to say that 3 times because it's important shit that you lock.
Yeah, because Dr. Umar gonna be like, Black queens forever, rice bunnies never. So we had to say it 3 times for Dr. Umar. I'm bad as hell. Yo. Oh shit, man. That's funny as fuck. I can see already like Dr. Umar see this shit and be like,
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
I'm done. Oh shit.
In on that. It's important that I lock in on that, irrespective of his specific situation. But he lives a peaceful, enjoyment-filled life. And to answer your question, yeah, he's out here with a little ting. He says when he goes back home, she knows what's up, but she don't ask no goddamn questions. All right? Because why? He pays.
Or in this case, rice fields.
It's for everything. Now, what's interesting is that in the States, and you know, this is after watching my good friend Kevin streams, and I didn't even realize this even when I was doing the content, you know, about women, prior to even when Kevin was doing the content. But when I watched the countless amount of women that came up on there and, you know, essentially were admitting that they didn't want to work after having children, it's the same thing that's down here. Like they don't want to, they'd rather be provided for. But the cost of being able to do that in the States versus being able to do that here is significantly cheaper. Like I said, the majority of things out here are on the bad end, 75%.
That's why I said, bro, this is I'm you know what? We just bro, we going live for a long time tonight because I'm about to transition over to the live show of him reacting to AMS reacting to him. And cause I was gonna save this other video for next week, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow, bro. Cause I think MTR is opening guys' eyes because he has a more broader audience. I think he's opening people's eyes to the real reason why Passport Bros started in the first place. But I'm gonna go ahead and let him finish cooking on this one. I'm gonna transition to the other one. This is just gonna be one of my longer lives today, bro. I'm like, hopefully y'all gonna rock with me. Let's go.
Lower, and on the high end, 90% lower for everything. Chicken fried rice in Atlanta costs $22, $23. And the Midtown, West Midtown, what's the other place? Buckhead area down here, $2, $3. Okay. And it's consistently like that for whatever. Okay, whatever it is that you're trying to do. Right now, I'm in a spa. How much is to get in a spa in a New York, in a DC, in a Chicago, in an Atlanta? We're here. It was 300 baht, which is like $9.
Right,
all day.
$9.
And you could do whatever that you like. There's a steamer. I'm not even gonna show you. I don't want to, show who else is out here. I'm gonna respect everyone's privacy. But there's an ice bath, there's a hot tub, there's a sauna, there's a steamer, there's a full bar over there and restaurant over there. I mean, you got everything that you can need. Umbrellas
right.
everywhere. They're not nickeling and diming you as soon as you come up in here. Or like you gotta pay extra money for the.
Right. That's why I love Thailand so much, bro. The way Thailand is set up is everything is like within walking distance, or like wherever you stand at. 9 times out of 10, you're probably not gonna have to leave your facility too much, bro. Like Thailand is just so convenient, man, and cost the limit, inexpensive. Like it's super safe. Beautiful beaches. It really is paradise, bro. Like you ain't too much you can complain about Thailand.
Damn cabana, you gotta pay extra money for the umbrella. You ain't gotta do none of that. Okay. And he said, he was asking me questions like, yo, so where you staying right now? I told him where I'm at, and he's like, oh, there's a lot of motion down there. Like, like he said he likes Rawai. He likes the Rawai area because it's way more calmer. And I know that too. Like if you decide to live in one of these different places, you don't want to be in one of the hoopla areas, right? The tourist areas. You want to be a more relaxed area. But he's like, bro, you gotta go try Krabi. You gotta go try Koh Samui.
Yeah.
You gotta go see, these other things in order to experience like what life would actually, be like.
Yeah, I'm like, I haven't been to Krabi yet. I went to Koh Samui recently, man. You watch the vlog channel, you could definitely see that, bro. Because I went to the full moon party. They have it once a month. They have it once every month. They have one in Koh Samui and one in Phuket. And once every month. Like y'all should definitely experience that. That's dope as fuck.
I say all this to say is that I'm so happy that I did this. The more people that I talk to, and I'm seeing all of these dudes out here that have just they've made the transition from wherever in the world that they were, because they experienced true happiness and true fulfillment within their time. And the amount of money that they have to expend is commensurate with the peace that they want to feel, or the fulfillment that they want to feel, or the lifestyle that they want to live. Whether that is a family lifestyle, whether that is a single lifestyle, right? Whether that is whatever. You can figure it out once you get about the matrix. I uploaded a video not too long. I think I uploaded a video. I don't know. Maybe I didn't upload a video. But just the idea that, it makes sense why they shame the Passport Bros. It makes sense why they try to pull the bad actors up to the top and then utilize that as the example of who and what a Passport Bro is.
Yeah. you see what you see what he just did there. Nah, let's run that back because he just said what I've been trying to, and many of us have been saying for the longest. I'm glad he's finally said this.
They've made the transition from wherever in the world that they were,
I hear what this man just
because they experienced true happiness and true fulfillment within their time. And the amount of money that they have to expend is commensurate with the peace that they want to feel, or the fulfillment that they want to feel, or the lifestyle that they want to live. Whether that is a family lifestyle, whether that is a single lifestyle, right? Whether that is whatever. You can figure it out once you get about the matrix. I uploaded a video not too long. I think I uploaded a video. I don't know. Maybe I didn't upload a video. But just the idea that, you know, it makes sense why they shame the passport bros. It makes sense why they try to pull the bad actors up to the top and then utilize that as the example of who and what a passport bro is.
Yeah, because you notice, for example, like the Plant, Mariah Sincere, talking so much shit about passport bros, but of all people you decide to hop on a live with is Andre, who happens to be living in the same fucking country that you've been in way longer than you have, has a wife down there, supports the passport bros, and you never stopped prior to over here bumping your gums while you was in Colombia to say, you know what, let me reach out to him. Because she can't sit over here and act like she ain't know who the fuck he was, because she pop up on my feed just like he does, and I see Andre in her fucking comments all the fucking time. Or better yet, how about, as much as I love him, I still gonna call him out, LTTV, Floyd and Austin. And hell, you really can't even, I'm like, because you notice he done kind of like drifted away from Austin a little bit. Yeah, because look where Austin at right now. You can talk shit about Floyd all you want. I'm like, we all been talking shit about him, passport bros included, but you still ain't want to accept that because you need views, nigga. Like, you notice he wasn't covering anybody else in the space. You ever notice people that shit on passport bros don't never really mention Zona Thailand, and he was probably, when that shit was getting popular, like one of the fastest rising content creators in the travel space. Like, come on, bro. Like, are we serious right now? But nobody went to, you know what I mean? Then El Guapo pop up. Ain't nobody, like Andre. Like, it's so many people, bro. And then other people started popping up. I did foreign testimonials. I'm like, look at the content creators that came out of the foreign testimonials. Solo ORD, Traveler ORD, Rice Patty Reasons. I'm like, it's actually a good number, bro. And the funny part about it, I'm like, I don't know why they act like every single one of these motherfuckers got to give them validation, but I'm just giving you quite a few examples. And women seem to have this attitude, and people who shame passport bros got this attitude as if like every single person that wants to live overseas has to have the intention to get married right away, immediately. I'm like, damn. I'm like, bro, this is a change in lifestyle, not a fucking arranged marriage. Like, fucking relax. And honestly, who the fuck said I needed your approval any fucking way? Like, who the fuck are you? You ain't give a fuck until you heard I was leaving. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, that's my thing. I had to go on that rant for a minute, y'all. Don't mind me, bro. Yeah, that shit is ridiculous how inexpensive it is. Yeah, for real, bro. She a fucking plant, bro. Like, don't let her fool you just because she attractive. I don't give a shit. I'm like, I see that look on her face, bro. I'm like, it's dark energy in that face, bro. I see right through that shit. Coldest Jenkins, I'm like, she got straight RBF. Coldest Jenkins 5868, $2 super chat says, if we leave, stepdaddy season is indeed over. He said, if we leave, stepdaddy season is indeed over. Is over indeed. Hey, nah, yeah, we gotta switch that up. If you switch them last two words, that's a bar, nigga. Said if we leave, stepdaddy season is over. He said is over indeed. Yeah. Stepdaddy season over in. I don't know. I can't piece that up the way I want to, man. Don't mind me. Yeah, like that shit is weak, bro. Let me go and let him rock. But that's what it is, bro. Because if you notice that's been a whole play. That's why everybody's stuck on Floyd and Jay Rello. Like really, Jay Rello, that's the best y'all got. Meanwhile, you got motherfuckers that's over here, got multiple streams of income, multiple businesses out here doing their thing, and they ain't on no fuckery, and y'all ain't even thinking about covering any of these guys. Why? Because they moving the right way. You got to find the worst of the month. You got to find the worst of the bunch and try to lame shit, bro. Like I'm like it's weak, bro. It makes your argument weak as fuck. Because it's like it's too many better examples for you to sit over here and just skip all over that just because I just don't like these motherfuckers. So I'm just gonna find the worst of the worst, even though I see all these motherfuckers over here doing. I can't really complain about anything they doing. Like, come on, man. Goofy.
It's so stupid. Meanwhile, these dudes are over here keeping quiet, you know, and experiencing a fantastic existence and a
yeah, because if you think about it, yeah, anybody that claims to be a passport bro ain't been chattering like that for real. Like we kind of been talking more amongst ourselves, like I'm telling you, bro. Like y'all better be. I'm like at this point, they better be lucky anybody in the manosphere or RP space even still having conversations with them. Like, because if you notice, it seems like every couple months, it's other women randomly popping up at the mouth of our passport bros. What you're starting to notice is, and I might be doing a video about this tomorrow, you guys, it's more brothers starting to pop off that was talking shit about passport bros. Now they over here having a change of heart. I've been seeing that more recently. That's what I've been seeing more recently from the men's side, bro, believe it or not. Is you starting to see that's the shift. Them same niggas that was hating passport bros a couple years ago, about 2023, 2024, it's 2026 now, and now they over here seeing like, you know what? Them niggas done got quiet and they just living their life, bro. They like, you know what? Y'all got it. We ain't even gonna argue with y'all anymore. We ain't gonna keep arguing with y'all like y'all keep arguing with the women in the manosphere and RP space. Y'all got it. We just gonna shut up and do us, bro. Talk amongst ourselves, and whoever wanna come through. And that's where you see where MTR is at. Now he over here like, you know what? After being out here a little while, man, you know what? We have to switch up this game plan. I need to figure out a future plan. I do. And honestly, in my opinion, I know he gotta be he making enough to where if he wanted to, bro, he could be living out there full time before the end of the year, bro. Like dead ass, man. Like he basically already told y'all what he making. So I'm like, come on, bro.
Fantastic life. You know, it's crazy when I see things such as the self-deletion rate in the States. And I get it. You know, I was looking at a study not too long ago, and it was saying that the S deletion rate, right? The self deletion rate goes up 9 to 10 times for men when they're 40 years old and they get divorced. And a lot of them just feel as though their life is over. And you feel like your life is over because all you can experience is life is what you know it. Life is different. Life changes. There's ebbs as well as there's flows within life. And even myself, someone who's been a world traveler, I forgot. Or maybe I just didn't know to this extent. Or maybe it was something I couldn't really appreciate when I was younger. But I damn sure appreciate it now. I don't know what this means for me within my life going forward, besides when I get back to reality, when I get back to the States, I'm just going to be taking note. I'm going to be taking note, and I want to see. There's still some in it, right? And I'm going to be seeing how it is that I feel once I get back there, and make an assessment, make a determination. You know, make an assessment. Because fact of the matter is, the things that I do out there, I can do it here. I can do it here. You know, and that's one of the benefits of building up, you know, something that you own or an online business. Like the first guy, the Indian guy, he's got hard businesses over there in the UK that he does. You know, I forgot what he said. I forget exactly what he said that he has in the UK, and he has like another business. Oh, he said it's a firework business or some shit like that in the UK. He's got another business here, and he has real estate here. And then, you know, he makes more money. Taking photos of me. Okay. Is it good though? At least. Yeah. He you know, makes more money to live here. I mean, he makes more money to keep his expenses beneath his revenue, essentially. The guy from France, he does crypto. And but he made sure that I understood that, like, because I was like, bro, I get down here and I'm just like, I don't feel like doing anything. And he's like, well, you need to make sure you still have purpose. He says sometimes he wakes up early because he's so excited to see what the crypto markets are doing. so he still has purpose. You still got to keep some degree and level of purpose. But I say all that to say is that.
But I think the beauty, especially living out in Thailand, is easy to keep a routine. Very, very easy to keep a routine because of the pace and how convenient everything is, bro. And you never really have to travel too far to go anywhere that you need to go.
You know, life is just interesting. I think no one else can define happiness except for you. That's it. That's why I've said previously, you know, take stock of what are the things that actually make you happy throughout your day and drive towards that. And it's not something that maybe you can do all at once. Maybe it's something that, you know, it's going to take you, you know, years in order to try to get to, but now you have a new goal in life. I've said this previously, but I feel like sometimes when I'm in places like Atlanta, I feel like a level 99 wizard with the strongest staff in the game, or right, like just like a level 99 Pokemon trainer with like all of the epic Pokemon, just, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like it's not as fun anymore, baby. You know what I'm saying? So go somewhere where it's a lot more interesting and a lot more fun. I was able to create this lifestyle and utilization of content. Guys, viraltovalue.com is my new work. It's my new website where I teach you how it is that I created my online content business from soup to nuts. Viraltovalue.com. I'll leave a link to it down in the description box down below. If you are interested in how it is that I did all of this and you want all of the tricks of the trade, all right, my content business generates between $50,000 and $100,000 per month. Not this month, because I really haven't been working this month. I'll be honest with you. All right, I just been reposting shit everywhere, right? But that still has trickle effects. I've made more money this month not working than what I did working 9 to 5 at my 9 to 5 job at the full salary. Okay, put that into perspective. Okay, from the way that I've done this. Okay. Anyway, viraltovalue.com. That's viral2value.com. Link to it down in the description box down below. Man, these bugs are starting to kill me. I got to go put on some more bug, you know?
Mr. J with the $2 says they always hating on brothers that got it together. Yeah, I know they always do, man. Sure do, bro. Appreciate the super chat, bro. They always do, man. Never fails. Let me go ahead and transition over here, bro. Thank you guys for staying with me, man. This is gonna be one of my longer streams. I think, man, just watching this has inspired me to kind of just go ahead and just train. I was gonna save this part for tomorrow, but I'm gonna just go ahead and get on to some of this now because I want to think after hearing him talking, it inspired me to want to do what I originally planned on doing next week. I think I'm gonna push it to tomorrow, bro, because I think it's becoming clear that the new American dream, bro, is making as much American dollars as possible remotely, somehow, shape, or form remotely, and living overseas, bro, so that way you can live uh, a higher quality of living at a lower cost. So that way you can continue to build wealth, save money. Simple as that, man. I think that's the new cheat code right now. So let's get into this, bro.
It's better. There's like a ease that has come over me. It's like a man, like traveling abroad is like an anti-funk medication. Let's get active. All right, we ready to get active? We ready to get active? Yeah, I need to do the sound check. Couple of things I'm gonna call out real quick because yeah, we 15 minutes in. All right, couple of things I'm gonna call out real quick. Shout out to my guy, Zoom to Thailand. I'm gonna be over there in about 12 hours or so. Okay, 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. We're gonna have a conversation. All right. I haven't done collaborations like this in a very damn long time.
And that was the conversation that I just showed y'all at the beginning of the live on here earlier.
Got to do it for my guy Zoom, for my older brother, Richie Mack. We got to be able to do it, baby. We got to be able to talk about it. And I think like the conversation that we can get between the two of us, always going to be fantastic. All right. So I'll be over there a little bit later tonight. He hit me up. He's like, yo, bro, so many people have hit me up. And I'm like, listen, yeah, I've been seeing it in the comment section as well. I was like, you know what? I think I got to step beyond my collaboration thoughts, and we got to go over there and we got to absolutely do it. You know what I'm saying? So we have to do it. All right. We're going to be over there. All right. A little bit later tonight. Matter of fact, can I put this down up into the chat? Let me see if I can put this down up in here. Let me see if I can put this in here. Yeah, I think I can do it. Let me see.
Let's talk about some things. I'm about 2.5 weeks into my trip right now. And I knew kind of going into this that what I was not going to do was to make this like primarily for videoing, documenting.
Yeah.
But I wanted to give y'all updates, all right? At least what's going on in my mind at the time. I don't know when I'm going to be uploading this. But nevertheless, this is about 2.5 weeks into the trip. So at this particular junction, we can say that I have been satiated enough, indoctrinated enough into what's going on out here, and enough to give at least an initial thought, okay? I'm currently chilling out on the balcony of the spot that I'm saying. All right, you're going to see one of the streets down there, which then goes and connects to Bangla Road. Hello. Yeah, had to get the spot with the jacuzzi in it. You understand me?
Which was a great goddamn idea.
With the jacuzzi in it.
Which was a great idea.
Let's chat real quick. So it's about 2.5 weeks in, and I've had an epiphany.
Guys, also do me a favor. Click on that like button. It's been a minute since I've done a live stream, so I'm not in the live stream algorithm right now, okay?
Yeah, man.
I know you came down up in here. You like, yo, our guy is back up in the building. You forgot to click on that like button. Do me a favor. Go there right now. Click on that damn like button and show me some damn respect. Thank you. Let's go.
There was a moment today,
okay,
when I was getting up from my 2-hour massage, which in total was like $12. Okay.
I hope that's all he was getting was a massage, man. That's a long massage. I hope,
yeah,
you know. He has a long massage, right?
Come on, AMS.
I don't know.
Like, let me give some more information and let me double down. All right. 2-hour massage was on the low end. You guys know.
I can tell you this, bro. If he got a happy ending, it would have been more than $12.
My max in a day was 7. My max in a day was 7. 7 hours. You understand me? You know them pictures back, you know, when you look at like a baby and the bows don't connect and shit, that's how I felt, baby. I was walking down the strip. Now, if you look at the topography of a Phuket, maybe I'll bring it up on here on Google Maps or something like that. If you look up the topography, okay, it's like, it's a whole city. And I was just in Patong Beach, okay, which is like a subsection of the large section. But like you walking down the street.
Damn, this nigga got Chiseled Adonis as one of his moderators? Wow. Okay. Okay, the Mixed American Ohio State. He was just in my chat. I see you was in his chat too. That's what's up.
Massage shop, someplace to eat, okay? Smoke shop. By the way, weed is legal over there. Okay. Marijuana, from at least what I see, you know, I haven't actually looked in the law, but there's weed shops you don't need like a medical license or anything like that. You walk right in. They got the indicas, they got the sativas, they got the hybrids. Okay. And if you do the conversions, right, like $2 for a damn joint for a blunt. Okay. Just FYI. Okay. I'm not saying I did anything, but I am saying that I was taking a look at the prices. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you smoke
anyway,
blood, it's
okay. Then you cross the street. There's the damn beach. Okay. What ocean is that? You cross the street. There's the damn beach. All right. You got clinics, right? Facilities like that. You have a spas. It's all of these things. Okay. It's right. So what I would do, I'd wake up in the morning. All right. Go get myself something to eat. And I would just walk. And I'd walk at one spot, ask for the price, go sit down, foot massage. All right. I'm sitting over here, I'm getting a foot massage, and I'm like on my phone, you know, writing down notes down, you know, thinking about, just the things that I need to think about in order to like get through like the grieving like all of these different types of things. Come back, walk outside, go to another spot on the same block, head massage. Okay. Come back outside an hour later, leave, go in, be like, yo, foot and head massage. All right. If you were following my Instagram, you would have seen I posted a story about that. I took a little snippet of that. All right. For y'all to be able to see. That's what I was doing. Okay. And you know, there was a couple days I wasn't doing that every day because some days I would switch it up. But yeah, I was doubling down on all of that stuff. And here's the thing, you know, and the prices range from anywhere. Like you could get them like $3-4 for a foot massage for an hour. Okay. Compare that to the prices in the States. Anyway, let's keep going. All right, let's keep going.
Come down here. The best masseuses is like the older type.
Big true. Big true.
The young ones don't know what they doing. Okay.
Big true.
Go with the older. Okay, if you walking by the shops and they, you know, you see like masseuses this and a third. Generally, the least attractive, the better the massage. All right.
Big true.
Your eyes are closed.
Big game. Big game.
Worry about it. You're back.
Facts, bro. When I went to Koh Samui, that massage that I got. That back massage I got, oh my God, bro. I felt like I had a whole new back, bro. I'm like, I tipped, bro. And it came up, and it only came up to $15. I'm like, shit, I ended up tipping her another $15. I just gave her 1,000 baht and was like, man, just keep it. Like, you got that. It was worth $30 for a whole hour. Oh my God. I felt amazing after that massage, man.
Thank you for it. Anyway, it was at the end of the 2-hour, $12 oil massage, one of which there was knots that was taken out of my back. That's probably been in there since 2016. I got up and I said to myself, after thinking it probably about for an hour in the massage, and I said to myself, we've all been scammed. We've been sold a lie.
Yeah, I believe it. Let's talk about it.
Do good in school.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get to go into college, community college, maybe upgrade to a cool 4-year school, or maybe go get yourself a good trade, right? But figure out what you can do in order to be valuable You get a house. You find a pretty little thing, a PYT.
Yep.
Y'all have kids,
Yep.
white picket fence,
Yep.
maybe a dog, maybe a cat.
Yep.
And you're going to be happy. That shit is a lie.
Mm.
Look around you where you live right now.
Is that true?
Is that true?
Come on.
Is that true in the West right now?
When I say is that true, I'm talking generally, right? You could just look at the divorce rate and see that some of that is not true. Okay, just as an aside, just as an example. Let's keep going.
Right now, and listen, I do well for myself. But when I go into these different stores and I see the price for like eggs and shit like that, I'm like
what's going on?
This?
What's going on?
So even if you do all of these things, and unless you find yourself in a particularly high revenue generating work or field, like bump trying to do something that you're interested in and trying to make money, that ain't gonna make no goddamn sense over there. But you go through and you do all of that, and you're left with this sense of what's more. You get left with this feeling of, is that it? But then as that's happening, you're also listening to the propaganda. You're listening to the propaganda of that this is the best place in the world for you to live. That this is the best country in the world. The strongest military might, the American dream.
Yeah.
What is that anymore?
What is it?
Is that even a thing?
Is it even a thing? Yeah.
What's?
All right.
Come on.
Y'all guys come in, hit the like button. If you don't like the video,
hit the like button.
Like it in the goddamn way.
Hell yeah. Come on.
Shout out to my brother MTR.
Shout out, bro.
So let me talk about some of the stuff. Guys.
It's propaganda.
When you stay here in America, capitalist society, right?
Yes.
And then you go to a second or third world country.
Yep.
Of course.
That's the first mistake you made already. See, that's how I know he ain't been to Thailand yet, man. MTR. He ain't been to Thailand yet. If he would have went to Thailand, he wouldn't be calling it a second, third world country. I can guarantee you that. If he watched more of your content, saw where you were staying at, especially that last video that you put out that I just covered before you came back to the States, he would know better, but I digress, man. I can see y'all already, bro. Yeah, I see why y'all calling AMS Plantation, bro.
Is going to seem like it's the best thing since sliced bread.
Yes.
Because you bring in American dollars to a country where it goes 10 times farther.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But if you live there and you made the money that they paid there, those eggs are going to be comparable to what you would pay up here to your salary.
Yes.
Do y'all guys, it's all relative.
Yes, it's all relative. Correct.
They're cheap to him, but I bet you people that live and make their money there, it's not cheap to them.
It's not.
So when you're able to bring American dollars and go live there, of course, see, you basically become a fish in a small pond or a whale in a small pond.
Correct.
Right? Because
and how amazing it is for you to grow up or live in a place that has one of the strongest dollars in the fucking world. Think about how rare that you are.
Right. And AMS is trying to, and notice he's trying to dress it up as if it's a negative. That's his argument, KG. He's trying to dress it up as a negative. He's trying to make essentially what he's doing is trying to low-key make a moral argument instead of a logical one. He's using logic to try to make a moral argument, basically. Because, like, of course, that's the whole purpose of picking certain countries. That's why when people be like, why come passport bros ain't going to places like UK? And I'm like, well, you got some passport bros in Germany, even though it's not the cheapest country. But If it's like super westernized and expensive, yeah, they ain't going. You ain't about to see nobody. You ain't about to see no pet. I never heard of a passport bro living in Switzerland. That's one of the most expensive countries in the world. Same thing with Dubai. I'm like, as far as I'm concerned, that's like escort city, as far as I know. So it seemed like outside of the rich guys that are there selling oil or princes and shit, or maybe other guys that are probably millionaires that got businesses and whatnot. I don't. It's like, come on, bro. Like the whole purpose is maximizing the dollar. That's one of the main purpose of passport, bro. So it's like, yeah, man. Like, yeah, everybody say UK is just like the United States, bro. Oh, hey, hold on. So was it Steve the Dean and Lucario Cortez? Is that the video you sent me? I gotta look at that.
It's 330 million people in the United States. 8+ billion in the world. Think about how rare that you are, because it's all a matter of perspective. Fuck all of the, I shouldn't be cussing like this, all right? Because we got to do the VOD. They're going to make it yellow. I apologize. Editor, please take out all my cuss words. I'm passionate about this topic right now, though. Please hear me.
You good?
Think about how lucky that you are to grow up in a place where your median salary, $55,000, $60,000 per year, put you in the top 10% in the world.
Right.
Think about that real quick.
Right. Which is why guys are thirsty looking for remote work. Because if you can find remote work making $20, $25 an hour, you can live in a country like Thailand, Philippines, anywhere, pretty much anywhere in Southeast Asia, and you can pretty much live like a king low-key. Any of these Latin countries in South America, like same thing for real. Why not take advantage of being from this country from a financial perspective and building your wealth somewhere else where it's less expensive? Like, it just sounds like it is like at some point you just gotta respect the move that's being made instead of just trying to look at it negatively, because again, it just sounds like he's trying to make a moral argument, and it's like there's really nothing morally wrong about it. It just kind of comes off like it's just rubbing you the wrong way. I don't know, bro. It's like I don't get it. I'm just trying to outside of that, I don't understand the point of the argument.
Think about that real quick. How lucky are you? Meanwhile, it's all about perspective.
Yes, man. Yes.
Because there's people that make that hate their lives in America. They hate their lives. They constantly compare. They constantly feel inadequate. They don't feel this. Meanwhile, you make the top 10% in the world. Why don't you go somewhere else? Why don't you travel somewhere else? How lucky are you? It's all perspective. And I'm saying this to my guys right here because I understand what it feels like. Even someone that I've always done well throughout my life. RIP to my pops. He would have made sure no other way. He would have made sure no other way. I've always done well. He taught me how to do it. He taught me about this world. He didn't teach me about investing, right? He didn't know about that, but he taught me this world and how to move correctly, how to handle myself as a man so I can alter my environment whenever I need to, which is really one of the true markers of being a man, being able to alter your environment on a whim. Guess what? You can alter your environment. And how lucky are you to not be from a Thailand? They can't just come over to the United States. They have visas to go through. They can't just come over here. You can't be from one of these places over in sub-Saharan Africa and just come to the United States. There's an application process. How lucky is it for you to be from a place where your dollar is one of the strongest in the planet, and you don't even have to think about visas. You could just go wherever that you want to go. That's my point. How lucky are you to be born here? It's all perspectives, and I'm talking to all my dudes who feel like their backs up against the wall because you feel like you have no other decisions. You have no other options. You reach a certain stage in your life, and what you planned for within your life, your chick left you, all right? You got fired from your job, all right? You chose not to go to viraltovalue.com and see how it is that I built all of this shit, invest in your well-being. Hello. You decided not to do any of that. And now you feel stuck. You feel unfulfilled. You don't feel pleasure because you can't do 8 massages a day. You know how much pleasure you know how much dopamine, right? With him, I go in Atlanta, I go get 2-hour massage because, you know, I stay athletic. You know what I'm saying? Your boy, I was just boxing yesterday. All right. Now I might start doing Muay Thai, by the way. All right. Your boy was in there. I'm about to go there later today. You understand me? This is what your boy be doing. Okay. Now, I was in a place where I can get 8 a day. In Atlanta, a 2-hour massage is $200. I'm not going to do as much. I'm going to find more activities in. It's simple mathematics. Now the thought of what you can do out, it completely changes. Your freedom, it completely enhances. Anyway, I'm belaboring this point. Let's go.
Well, y'all guys seen Friday After Next? Was that Friday After Next? Next Friday, right? Well, the dude said, around here, I'm the king. And that's because when you move somewhere else where you're a big fish in a small pond, you have more status.
Yes.
So
how lucky are you?
To him, everything down there seems so cheap, but try making money down there.
Yeah, that's not what I want to do.
America, guys, America is the best country. Yeah. All right. Y'all want to know how I know America is the best country?
Okay. We're going to have to define what best means.
Right.
The best place to become rich?
Right.
I agree with you.
Right.
All right.
And that's it.
But the best place to live a happy and a fulfilled lifestyle?
That's it.
At a nominal fee? No.
Exactly.
I wonder if AMS has been abroad.
Nope.
Do you guys think that Taiwan and all
at least that's what everybody in the chat been saying.
These other second and third world countries that
Taiwan
passport bros go to, do y'all guys think they have a legal immigration?
I'm gonna let you know right now, ain't a lot of people going to Taiwan. However, I have been recommended by a couple people, including a taxi driver, Uber driver that I had the first time I went to Las Vegas when I met Mrs. Don and them. My Uber driver on the way back to the airport, he was Taiwanese, and he told me to go to visit Taiwan one day. I'm like, I might consider it, man, considering I'm about to be living in Thailand. Yeah.
Force like ICE.
Yes, they do.
Dragging people out the country. You don't got to drag nobody out of Taiwan. I promise you that. Yeah.
Yes. AMS, yes.
Yeah, I see y'all agree.
Most countries in the world have a version of ICE. Yes.
You ain't no ICE doing roundups in Taiwan.
Yeah, there are.
Because it ain't that great. Y'all see, we got protests up here. People, the people they'll rather you unalive them than take them back to their third world country. They like, hell no, we ain't going. You got people, they literally breaking down in tears at the airport when I show up. Tears. Oh, Lord, no, I can't go back there. So, guys, don't take America for granted.
Does Taiwan have immigration? Oh, I spelled the hell out that word. Immigration police. Okay. Yes. Taiwan has immigration police, which are known as Border Affairs Corps and specialized operation brigades under the National Immigration Agency. They manage border security, visa enforcement, and immigration processes at airports and as well as seaports. Yes, they absolutely do. Most countries developed, and even, I don't know if developing countries is accurate, but most developed countries have, let's change it from, he's saying Taiwan, which is markedly different than Thailand.
Yeah.
But let's take a look at Thailand. Yes, they absolutely do. Yes. Thailand has a dedicated immigration police, which operates as a specific division within the Royal Thai Police. Yes. This is just like I was saying earlier. If I stayed over my 60-day visa, these people would come for me and physically throw me out of the country. Will physically throw me out of the country. Yes, they do. They do. They do. The thing is, and I think what AMS is referencing is the hoopla around the Trump administration. I don't want to get political, okay? The hoopla around the Trump administration, where now, as a tactic to try to, like, you know, undermine President Trump, they call out this immigration stuff, and they have a whole bunch of news and marketing in regards to it, and you're seeing people crying, and they're talking about, you know, they're busting down the doors of.
Well, you know, if that's the case, that might explain why he brought up Taiwan, because for people that may not know, Taiwan is like very essential in making computer chips. So like that's why Taiwan is so important to not only the US, but shit, the world in general, bro. I'm like, that's where pretty much everybody are getting their computer chips from, supposedly. That's what I've been told.
Of churches, and they're going into schools, and they're pulling, you know, right. And there's a lot of marketing behind it, but that's been going on in the United States even before the Trump administration, the Obama administration. It was definitely going on in Obama and the administrations before that. There's a lot of marketing around that because of the current administration and what the left is doing to try to undermine the current administration. But yeah, let me actually put that in here. Let's verify that real quick as well. Does most countries?
Yeah, I'm waiting on my visa
have
now,
an
bro.
Immigration police. All right, let me bring this back up. Yes, almost every country has specific authorities or police forces dedicated to border control and immigration enforcement. Though the exact structure varies, instead of a single agency like the U.S. ICE, many nations divide these duties, passport deportations, and interior investigations, among national police, coast guards, or even specialized border agencies. So yes.
Said that man need to change his name to BGN. Brother goes nowhere. I'm weak as hell. Yo, I'm dead on that one, bro. Yeah, see? Okay. All right. So I'm correct on that. Everything from your phone, computer, and microwave. Exactly. Taiwan is very important. As small as that country may seem, you guys, Taiwan. That's one of the reasons why I'm kind of interested in visiting. Plus, they got that one building, that one tall building, bro. That building look crazy as hell. I kind of want to see that in person. That look kind of dope. Oh, was he really interesting? Not Alpha Male Plantation. Call that nigga AMP. I'm mad as hell. Yo, I got the livest chat, bro. Y'all be roasting. Coach Jenkins with the $5 super chat says, Coach Riz Alpha Max. Y'all be on it, bro. Coach Riz Alpha Max said we're lame and have to get buff. Riz, new teeth, and spend $5K on new clothes today, women anywhere. His course is $300 monthly. AMS? I know AMS charging these niggas $300 a month. Nigga, that's a whole bill, bro. Y'all niggas, bro. Y'all niggas better than me, boy. Thank you for the super chat, man. Golly, bro. They taking these dating coaches taking y'all up top, bro. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be doing that video. Shout out to P's World, bro, because I'm gonna be reacting to his video on that. Interesting the amount of men that I saw in that video. You know what, man? I think the Passport Bros was right. Nah, bro. You know, we was shitting on them. But you know what? I think the nigga, stay y'all asses on the plantation. Stay y'all asses right the fuck here. I'm over here waiting on my visa now, bro. I'm like, once that visa come, well, I'm like, the second I get that approval, man, I'm booking my flight the same day. You hear me? Fuck do you mean, boy? I'm gone, bro. Like, don't be surprised when I make that announcement that is approved. I'm like that very next day, y'all gonna be like, oh shit, that is shit wrong, gone in about a week. Yep, up through. As soon as it get approved, I say as soon as it get approved, the following week, by the following week, I'm trying to be gone. So hopefully in about 4 or 5 weeks, I for sure should be in Thailand.
Yes, the answer to that is yes. Now, again, there's going to be a lot more people that want to get into a United States than are going to want to get into a Taiwan or a Thailand, okay, for various different reasons.
Oh, not alpha male.
I did a study abroad in Finland. I talked about that a little bit while ago. I did a study abroad in Finland. And one of the topics of the conversations was, Africans illegally immigrated within Finland. This is like 10, 15 years ago. I wonder if it's still a problem. When did I do that study abroad? It's when I was getting my MBA. So that was like 2012. Let me just look at that real quick because now I am intrigued. Does Finland have an immigration problem?
You know what? I wouldn't even send him to Sosua, bro. I would send him to Punta Cana, bro. Punta Cana or Santo Domingo.
With African immigrants. Let me just see. I didn't look at the answer yet. Finland does not have a monolithic immigration problem. The country faces significant socioeconomic and societal challenges regarding the integration of African immigrants. Okay, the primary issues are not related to civil unrest, but rather to a combination of high unemployment, language barriers, and widespread discrimination. Okay. Regardless, I think that the point is held there is that yes, there's a way to police immigration on the, within, these other countries. The thing is that the United States popularized it and they put it on TV a lot more due to kind of this current political climate. But yeah, I wouldn't mind studying some broads in Finland. Listen, oh my God, Finland, yo. Here's another thing that I'm going to talk about as well is that when you go to these places abroad, I think that the beautiful woman per capita is a lot higher.
Oh,
hear me when I say this.
Definitely.
I think that the beautiful woman per capita is a lot higher.
Way higher.
Only because
they're more fit.
They don't have the same obesity problem as in the States.
See, he sees it, bro. I need the Morpheus clip. He's beginning to believe. Yo, dead ass. I keep trying to tell y'all, bro, if the women in the United States were more fit, they would be right up there with the rest of these countries. It ain't like we got ugly women here, bro. It's just that all of them fat. Just did a video, bro, saying this woman says 70% of the women in America are considered overweight. That's wild, bro. That's 7 out of every 10, bro. That means only 3 out of every 10 women you see are gonna be like considered fit. That's wild to me, man.
They don't have the same obesity problem.
Exactly.
Okay, there's not a whole bunch of high calories walking around. I think that the obesity issue within a Thailand, I think, is like 5 to 10%. Let me try to Google that. I mean, let's try to AI that real quick. What is the obesity rate in Thailand? Let me see. Let me see. And maybe I'm wrong about this because I'm taking a guess at this, but like looking around, walking around, I'm not seeing as many big people. The obesity rate among young adults in Thailand is steadily rising. For Thai citizens, 15, that's because they began integrated by the West, baby. The overall obesity rate, 32%. Holy moly, that's a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. Additionally, the prevalence of obesity among young Thai men in their early 20s has nearly doubled. Oh, okay. So let me look at the obesity rate in the U.S. The obesity rate in young adults 29 to 30 is 35. Really? When combined with the overweight category, more than half of young adults fall into the unhealthy weight range. I'm gonna have to go back and take a look at this. Perhaps my guess in regards to that. Walking around Thailand, I'm seeing not as many big people. Okay, but these numbers would suggest something different. Nevertheless, let's get.
I would say those numbers are somewhat fairly accurate in comparison to the United States. I just heard 70% for us. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I see overweight women all the time. So, yeah.
Get back into the content right now. I think that the point has been made. All right, let's go.
Granted, all these Americans that go to these second and third world countries, they're taking their retirements that they made in America and able to go live like kings somewhere else.
Yes.
But live there and make the money there and not make these American dollars.
Yes. No, he's right. But that's not what I would do. I'm not going to be working I'm not going to be have a Thai job. I have an online business and just take it over there and be making American dollars, paying American taxes. And I'm not sure what really the tax thing. I'm not sure if when you go into Thailand, and it's different for every country. If you go into Thailand, now you have to pay American taxes and as well as Thai taxes. I know in places like Panama City, and that's another place that I'm going to be investigating, okay, when the travel vlogs get started. In a Panama City, Panama, I believe that it is not only is it the U.S. dollar that they use down there, but then also you just pay U.S. taxes. You don't pay Panama taxes, okay? But it's going to be different depending upon the place that you take up residence in. But let's just keep going.
And see how that works.
Oh, did I miss a super chat?
All right.
Shout out to Boogie. Oh, Boogie, what's up, baby? Bro, welcome back. I think AMS meant to say Thailand the whole video, not Taiwan. Progress over perfection, baby. Hey, keep grinding, keep working, my guy. I appreciate that. All right. Appreciate that, Boogie. All right. Let's do this.
Guys, and like even the some of the guys, well, let me finish. Let them finish.
Okay.
See American.
I've heard rumblings about it. I've heard some people say it's true. I've heard some people say it's not. But either way, from what I heard, if it is true, it really ain't a whole lot of money. But I'm waiting on my visa anyway, bro. So one way or the other, bro, they gonna let me in. Like I'm just waiting to get that visa, bro. I already made my payment. I'm just waiting on it. But I'm like.
American dream in 2026, what does that look like? Specifically for a man, one of which it seems as though it is now popularized to make you not feel good for being a man. It seems as though it is normalized to hate men. Men ain't shit.
Men versus the bear.
Men are dogs. And I was thinking about it, along with this lie.
Hit the like button.
There's this tactic of holding the carrot in front of the horse so that he runs the race.
Oh, yeah.
So
Come
he's
on
that hamster wheel.
That boy's spitting.
Doing things in order to establish value.
Yep.
In accords within a system that does not prioritize his or her mental health.
Mostly his.
How long is your commute? Shout out to COVID, right? That's a weird thing to.
That showing your value thing goes everywhere, guys, just not in America.
Yeah, no, he's right.
At least America don't have that stupid ass diary that you gotta give the family members when you take their wife, take their daughter off their hands, right? You got to give them something, give them a couple goats or something like that. At least we don't got to do that. But
listen, buy an engagement ring for a young lady in the States, and that'll be your dowry abroad. All right, it's just buy again. Let me repeat that. What the De Beers company has done to the diamond ring industry, they have that as case studies in MBA classes.
You know what, though? You know what? You're right about that, KG, because I don't really see white dudes over here talking shit about other white guys traveling abroad to date and shit. Other white guys that claim to be passport bros, I'm like, I noticed they don't catch the same heat as black guys. I peeped that. I've been peeped that. I think we all noticed that.
For brand management and for economics, when they talk about creating brand around scarcity, it's actually amazing what they have done. Okay, what they have convinced women of that is valuable. Take a look at all of the luxury goods. Take a look at the luxury goods market. Take a look at the shit. I talked about that new AP watch, and you got these niggas just fighting each other over a watch, nigga. Like what are we talking about? What are we talking about, baby? What? But here's the thing. This is the new American dream. The new American dream, all that materialism shit, man, get off that train. All right? Study hard. Be about your purpose. Save, invest. Don't get caught up in the rapture of materialism and keeping up with the Joneses. Because the more that you dedicate in life to doing that, the quicker you can take control of your life. The quicker you can be financially independent and retire early. Shout out to the FIRE community.
Yeah, that's the new American dream, you guys, bro. Or at least make money online or remote somehow and live overseas, bro, and build your wealth that way until you can make enough to retire, bro. That's another way to go about it as well, bro. And I'm definitely once I get established out there, definitely gonna be networking and starting other streams of income as well, bro. Just continue to grow and grind, man. So that'll be what we focus on tomorrow. Again, shout out to MTR. It was dope to finally give him his flowers and have that conversation with him and just let him know how essential he was to my YouTube journey. And you know, it's good to finally see him have a different perspective. Yeah, I used his word. And now that he's spent some time in Thailand, and I damn sure can't wait to go back my damn self. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, you guys. We are pushing 2.5 hours. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me this long. Y'all know I usually don't go this long. It's rare that I go more than 2 hours, but I had to for MTR, man, because he's one of the GOATs in the space, man. And like I said, man, essential to my YouTube journey. If you guys want to go back, watch the very beginning of the stream. You'll see the conversation that I had with him on Zona Thailand's live stream the other night. But tomorrow I'll be doing a live show. Is some woman was essentially talking basically about what MTR was speaking on, but touching more on what Passport Bros was more so about than anything. And it's lifestyle, bro. Lifestyle. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, man. Please hit that like button on your way out. Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to everybody that sent a super chat. And one more time for the one time.
Brother on my own, no brother on your own.
Y'all have a good night, man.
What if the American dream